Let me put it this way, whatever we'll discuss, this is more based on the empirical data. This is not just based on some certain thought process. Having 15 achievers as on date in the Next League program over the last 1 year, we need to appreciate that there is a certain established process and pattern that has been created. If somebody follows a particular pattern, it takes them towards their final goal, which is EB1A. And we have seen that happening not just once, twice, thrice, fourth, and all people have testified to the fact that it has been an effort. And what is that effort? There are certain documents we give, there are certain literature we give, there is a certain learning methodology we follow, there is some kind of an emotional resilience that we insist upon, and there are certain kind of checks and balances that we try to keep. This is the whole process all about. And obviously there is a structure to it, which we call as a done process. So we break it down and a person follows and he achieves it. Now, within the program, we will have three kinds of people. Now, let's say, for example, the first kind, they anyway would have got it without us as well. But in that case, even from the testimony, even from the fact, I can say with certainty that the time frame would have been possibly longer. The Next League program is helping them to get EB1A at least at a 1/3 time frame, which otherwise they would have taken. That is for certain. Between, if they would have left or something and just gone lost into the labyrinth or abyss, that's their call. But even if they followed their own life without joining the program, possibly they would have got it. Let me put it honestly. Now, there's a second category of people within the program who would have just not got it. Because once they were into the process, the participation in the process helps them to give a discipline. So we are inducing discipline also of certain kind, and we are pushing them. Like one of the guys, Dikshit, yesterday, he got his EB1A. And one thing he maintained was his consistency. He took almost working in the program for around 12 to 15 months roughly. He was nicely mentioned that every day we are having sessions. You are getting yourself involved each day on EB1A. You can't talk to your neighbor. This is a very sensitive topic and very personal. You don't discuss this with your relatives also. Here, every day we are talking, so subconsciously it is imbibed in you that you have to make an effort. So you get pushed. So those people would have never got it. So we have people who would have got it, and there are some people who would not have got it and still they have got it. And there's some people who would have left it midway. As we are talking, and I have been very careful in asking people even on a one-on-one basis, to most of the achievers who have got it, that it is not really an act of gratitude that they are mentioning that, okay, Next League program has helped them. Genuinely, what do they feel about it in real sense? And the feedback which I have got, and this is also testified by the independent study what we have done, is it would have been practically impossible for them to earn EB1A. So I can tell you, like, out of 15 people, 3 or 4 people definitely would have got it without the Next League program. But whether they would have had the patience to continue for the next 3-4 years in the same momentum is very difficult. Many people come and ask us also one more thing. Is there some kind of a magic pill? No, there is no magic pill here. It is just that consistency, kind of learning from other people, what is coming forward, and how to maintain your emotional strength in your entire journey. This is getting imbibed consistently by all. So we have seen that sometimes one person feels very low, or sometimes there are other people who are pulling him in back. You don't understand certain complexity. Now we have a very innovative way also. Apart from that, the program also brings an innovative way of looking at the whole EB1A perspective. Collectively, there is a common pool of knowledge that is also getting built up. And this pushes you further. So I hope that answers your question.
What is the done process in the Next League program? Are you a professional striving for global recognition? Whether you're in IT, engineering, healthcare, data science, AI, PR, or any other field, the Next League program is here to elevate your profile, make you a thought leader in your field of expertise, and help you become EB1A ready. Let's dive into how the Next League program can transform you into an extraordinary talent ready for the EB1A. At the heart of our program is the DONE process, a structured roadmap tailored to demonstrate extraordinary abilities for EB1A readiness. D stands for define. We assess your current profile and help you define your expertise for EB1A criteria, outlining the accomplishments and distinctions needed to persuasively showcase your eligibility. Many people define themselves by their qualifications, jobs, or business titles. But that's the wrong way. At this stage, the right approach is to follow our proprietary DISC-WE matrix, which will help you carve out the perfect niche as an expert. Then we match your expertise with past USCIS cases. This is the right way. O stands for organize. At this stage, depending on the expertise, we help you choose your criteria. Many people choose the wrong expertise, leading them to select incorrect criteria that set them years back. And that's the wrong approach. The right approach is to help you curate criteria that resonate with you. We then assist you in creating milestones for each criterion. This means crafting a strategic plan to achieve papers, citations, awards, and memberships that align perfectly with the EB1A requirements and setting clear milestones for your journey. This approach will help you build an impeccable background for your transformation. This is the right way. N stands for nurture. We guide you in nurturing you as a personal brand and creating your brand persona. Many people make the mistake of merely making cosmetic changes to their profiles, like updating LinkedIn or hiring a resume manager, but that's the wrong way. We believe in a holistic approach. The right way involves actively contributing to industry conferences and networking with influencers who can validate your expertise. Every step is geared towards EB1A readiness. At this stage, you'll experience the transformational process of your profile, like participating in conferences, seminars, awards, etc. Imagine authoring 5 to 10 research papers in top journals, showcasing your innovative perspectives. The Next League program will guide you on how to draft and publish your work and coach you every step of the way. Present at premier global conferences, inspire and engage with the brightest minds. The Next League program will help you select the right platforms and coach you to craft compelling presentations, gain exclusive memberships, and prestigious professional associations, a testament to your expertise and recognition. The Next League program will help you curate a list of associations wherein you could consider. Secure endorsements from industry veterans, reinforcing your reputation. Here, you'll be guided on the perfect structure to follow. Contribute to media, grow your personal brand, and shape global dialogues. Some of our students have even been featured in Forbes as well. Refine your online presence, elegantly showcasing your expertise, leaving a lasting impression. Several of the Next League program students have become LinkedIn influencers as well. In the Next League program, your learning resources will be your ultimate toolkit for the EB1A journey. Discover over 3,000 awards you can apply for, opening doors to global recognition. Explore 50 top fellowship programs, offering unique opportunities to enhance your expertise. Engage with over 2,000 prolific membership organizations, amplifying your contributions to your field. Dive into media possibilities tailored for you. Some of our students have even graced the pages of Forbes, New York Post, Business Standard, and more. The Next League program goes beyond just resources. We offer you an exclusive session with a renowned TED speaker coach, harness the power of public speaking, refine your delivery, and captivate audiences worldwide. Share your unique insights and establish your thought leadership, reaching millions globally. All these resources and more await in our learning resources. Your journey to become EB1A ready is enriched with every tool you'll need. This is the right way. E stands for execute. At this stage, you'll dive into immigration jurisprudence and understand the complexities of EB1A. This is the most crucial step. Merely obtaining ad hoc recommendation letters and struggling with drafts while trying to work with attorneys is the wrong approach. To unlock the doors to success in your EB1A application, there are 3 fundamental dimensions you must master. First, the depth of your expertise. It's the foundation of your application, showcasing your skills, achievements, and contributions to your field. Second, the knowledge of EB1A jurisprudence. This ensures you're aligned with the legal intricacies and nuances of the EB1A process. And third, mastery in presentation. It's the art of packaging your story, expertise, and evidence in a compelling manner. This is the right way. The Next League program designed meticulously to guide you in pinpointing your unique sweet spot. Your EB1A success is shaped by understanding and leveraging the synergy between these three dimensions. And with your personalized EB1A portal, you'll have all the tools and guidance at your fingertips to navigate this journey with confidence. Our vast resources will enable you to draft a persuasive case for your EB1A. You'll also have access to tools on how to work with attorneys and present your petition. This multi-step system allows you to brilliantly showcase your talents. You'll be recognized as a visionary leader, making a significant global impact. Thus, following the process in the Next League program will truly make your EB1A done. The door to new realms of achievement and influence await. And thus, following these steps in the Next League program will put you on a transformational journey where EB1A will be a milestone in your success story. Now is the time to define your extraordinary destiny. Join the Next League program today, and let's embark on this transformative journey together.
I think that comes only from a program, and getting that kind of a determination and willpower individually is not possible. I would have been at zero because I would have stopped. I would have left it in between because it's not about my capability; it's about direction and determination. If you're not in a program, you won't be determined. And whenever you feel down or whenever you feel low, you attend one of these Ranjit sessions and you get a lot of positivity, and it makes you believe that you, it's achievable by anyone and everyone. Then Ranjit motivates you, he pushes you, of course, in a very positive way. Firstly, he's available on WhatsApp. He's your coach. He's available always for on the WhatsApp, provided that you show him that you are putting in the effort.
Congratulations, Mr. Dixit, Mr. EB1 Achiever. How do you feel today?
It still hasn't hit me yet, but I think it'll take some time for me to absorb and really understand the gravity of the whole situation.
Wonderful, wonderful. And just for the benefit of everybody, just introduce yourself and your expertise and where you work.
My name is Dikshit Reddy. I'm 28-year-old. Came to the United States in 2020 January to do my master's in business analytics. 2020 September, one of my cousin's dad passed away, and he couldn't go for the funeral because he did not have a stamping date for his H1B, and that's what pushed me to realize that what's the use of having a high salary and a really good job if you're not free enough to travel wherever you want, whenever you want, and do whatever you want. So that's when I started researching on LinkedIn. I get rid of this EB2 problem as well as the H1B stamping problem.
So, Dixit, when did you join the Next League program actually?
So I joined the Next League program on September 5th, 16th, 2022.
What made you join the Next League program as compared to possible other options that you might be contemplating?
When I compared, there was a proper structure, there was the credibility of the person who made the program. There was good evidence on the internet showing that Ranjit was capable to help me get through this EB1A. For EB1A, you need someone to teach and someone to make you understand the principles. You can't just be an achiever one day and start your own program. It doesn't work that way. You need someone who has the art of teaching and knows how to make people understand concepts. And that's what I saw in Ranjit's profile. His non-EB1A profile also showed that he knew how to get things done in the teaching field, and that kind of expertise was what is required for EB1. And of course, I had the first call, and I was pretty much convinced that he was the one to help me get through the EB1A. So yeah, and then once I got into the program, there were at least 2 live sessions every week, like 2-3 hours of getting on Zoom and having live sessions whether it's jurisprudence, building the profile, attacking the criteria, responding to RFEs, what does AO, what does the adjudicator want, talking without the EB1A experts. It's basically attacking the EB1A from all sides.
So, Dixit, how confident were you before joining the program and after joining the program?
In terms of confidence, I was 40% confident. I knew that I had the ability to do it, but I was not confident about the procedures to follow as well as the techniques to undergo. Also, that's the technicality of it. Being in a program gives you the encouragement to keep at it, to keep pushing, to keep persevering, to be determinant about it, determinant about the whole process. That determination and willpower only comes when you're in a program and when you're constantly listening to EB1A, EB2A every week from someone telling you. I think that comes only from a program, and getting that kind of a determination and willpower individually is not possible. Then, secondly, as Ranjit told me once, that you have the capability, you're motivated, you just need the direction. So I think I was motivated enough, and that's how I found Ranjit on LinkedIn and like set up that call with him for joining next week. But I didn't have the direction, so the direction is what most needed in this case.
Wonderful. Dikshit, you joined in September 2022.
Hmm.
Of course, it took a lot of weeks. I think it's almost more than 1.5 years. You are today an EB1 achiever and a 15th achiever in the program. Now, at what stage you felt that, okay, fine, EB1A is a goal that it is achievable? Because many people who come to us, they feel that it is not even possible for their lives to achieve EB1A. So exactly after what period of time you felt confident about it?
Actually speaking, the first day of the program, I had determined that I won't leave the program or I would stop until I get EB1A. But I had gone to India in between for a month of vacation. I was a bit distracted. But then once in looking at the criteria, I knew that I had to change my job and get a higher paying role in order to satisfy that criteria. So once I cracked that in April, I started October 2022. Then in Jan 2023, I started seriously searching for a role change. And in April 2023, I got my offer letter for Fidelity Investments. That same time, I met a professor who gave me reviewing opportunities as well as opportunities to publish papers at international conferences. And I was selected for my first speaking session. That all happened in a span of 2 weeks. So I started hitting each criteria, like one evidence in each criteria slowly in those 2 weeks. That's when I was confident that yes, my profile building has started. By June, I had substantial portion of the profile building complete. By September, I had 3 papers published, 6 conferences attended, my high salary criteria met, and I had reviewed around 15 research papers, and also so I had got my critical role letters drafted. So by August, I had kept a deadline of August ending for my profile building, and I had met that deadline by August ending. By June, July, I knew that I'm going to get it in the next 5, 6 months.
Wonderful. Now, let us say, for example, if you hadn't joined the program, and be very honest to respond to this, where do you think you would have been with reference to your EB1A?
I would have been at zero because I would have left it in between because it's not about my capability, it's about direction and determination. If you're not in a program, you won't be determined to be at it every day, every weekend, spending 10, 12 hours, and every day after work, I finish off my work in 5, 6 hours, go to the gym, come back, and then sit at it. Like spend the next 4 hours on what to do for profile building. And whenever you feel down or whenever you feel low, you attend one of these Ranjit sessions and you get a lot of positivity, and it makes you believe that you, it's achievable by anyone and everyone. Mondays we used to have sessions with EB1 attorneys. Wednesdays we used to have question and answer sessions with Ranjit. Saturday we used to have the EB1A jurisprudence sessions. So every Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, you spend 1 hour meeting other EB1A prospects and meeting Ranjit and meeting lawyers. And sometimes on Tuesdays, we used to have sessions with previous EB1A achievers, some people without masters. So, and they tell their stories, and that makes you believe that, oh, it's more and more achievable. As in, you feel that you are more and more capable to achieve it. The only thing you remember is the only thing that's stopping you from achieving is your effort and not your capability, because you're 100% capable to achieve, and that's what pushes you to achieve it more and more.
Wonderful. Now, what has been your experience working with me, Dikshit?
So of course, working with Ranjit has its own pros and cons. Ranjit motivates you, he pushes you, of course, in a very positive way. Firstly, he's available on WhatsApp he's your coach, he's available always on the WhatsApp, provided that you show him that you are putting in the effort. You need to build your profile, you need to publish papers, be be active on LinkedIn, come up on LinkedIn, show your profile, take part in the question and answer sessions, attend every session, be very active, ask questions, write, take down notes, give answers to the questions he gives. If you show that you're 100% active in the sessions and you're building your profile and you're inching closer and closer towards your goal, then Ranjit will be 120% supportive. That it doesn't mean that you few sessions you won't attend and then you ask him the same question which was repeated 100 times in the session and you are nowhere in your profile building phase. Of course, you will not be, you can't expect him to help you. But if you give your 100%, Ranjit will give you your 120%.
So when you joined the program versus when your experience with me, is there anything that surprised you the most?
No, I was not surprised, but the most because I knew that this is a time taking process, and I knew that I had to put in the effort and the time to get it done. And even when Ranjit calls, and sometimes even when he's not happy with my work or when he's not convinced or pleased with the work I do, and when he openly says it to me, I did understand from what point of view was he coming because even his goal is to make you cross the line. If he's not happy with you, that doesn't mean that he wants to demean you or push you down. The source of his irritation is also his intention of you not crossing the line. So I understood that from day one, and I knew that I had to work on my case.
Wonderful. You are pretty young, Dixit. How old are you?
I turned 28.
The program, I think you are the youngest one. What would you tell somebody who is serious about achieving EB1A, another 20-year-olds? What would be your message to them?
I would say that first of all, if you're single and if you have a very chill job and you don't have any family responsibilities, it makes it easier. You'll have at least 10-20 more hours more per week, 10 more per week to dedicate towards EB1A, and you won't have the mental stress of taking care of someone else when you're building a profile. The second thing is you need to take care of your mental and physical health because if you just sit on this and become mad about the whole process, it won't help. You need to take care of the other facets of your life also. It's not just one thing that you need to deal. And the third thing is you need to be patient and believe in the process. I had not published my first paper until 6 months in the program. I had not got my first review opportunity until 7 months into the program. I did not get someone to act that they will write a critical role letter to me until 5 months into the program. I did not get my first speaking opportunity until 7 months into the program. I had to apply for hundreds of jobs and get into a reputed organization until 5 months into the program. So it all takes time. You need to be patient and you need to just follow the process. And also, yeah, if something is not helping you, you can always reach out to Ranjit. But then the profile building phase is all upon you. And once you start networking and start building your profile, you will know where you have reached. And second thing I would say is you should always be active on LinkedIn, connect with people. You need to keep yourself out there and really push your boundaries.
Wonderful. With reference to the program, we meet a lot of people, and many people are always on a fence to join Next League program. So if you have to, so this could be because they feel the process, whether it will work or not. In your terms, in your experience, somebody who joins the program follows the process
Mhm.
and does everything in the program, whatever is being taught. What are his chances of getting EB1A?
So first part is whether it will work or not. Of course, it will work. If you do everything in the program, it'll definitely work. This program is very good in understanding how to go about the jurisprudence, what is expected from an EB1A in terms of the criteria to meet. There are 1 hour sessions from EB1 achievers where they say that you need to write such and so email to get review opportunities. There are other achievers that you can talk to. That WhatsApp group has 50, 60 people with 15 of them being EB1 achievers. You can connect and have a 10-minute phone call and they can tell you what to do, what not to do, how to go about papers and stuff. You have a good group of people who have the same goal. And when you meet people with the same goal and you surround yourself with people with the same goal, it becomes easier to achieve, and you will see the path yourself.
So, Dikshit, from your perspective or from any student's perspective, what happens if somebody follows everything in the program? What do you think are his chances of getting closer to EB1A?
I think it's more than 100% because it's not just about the jurisprudence. There is a law and there's a profile. You build a profile and then you apply the law. You bring them both together, you get to EB1A. So every Saturday we discuss jurisprudence, and then you go through the done process and you build your profile. Then you need to collaborate with other EB1A achievers within the program to know where are the publishing papers, where are they getting the reviewed work done. We have sessions about how to get the speaking opportunities. We have sessions from previous EB1 achievers who tell about how to get review opportunities. So you it helps you on the profile building phase as well as the jurisprudence phase. So when you bring these both together, that's how you build your profile. And I think you have all the ammunition you need to build your profile.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about the second set of people who are on the fence because of, let's say, the cost part of it. So what is your take on that? What is your message to them?
See, personally for me, because of the program, I changed my job and my salary increased by 50%. I recovered whatever I paid in a month or two. My bonus itself was like double the cost I put for on the program. Okay. The second thing is if you had applied with your EB2, it takes 2 years to get your perm and all this process done. But EB1A, you within 15 days you can get it approved once you build your profile. Of course, it will take a year maybe to build the profile. But the most important part is the ROI once you get your green card. If you're smart enough, you can earn it in 1-2 months immediately. So the return on investment is immense. I know people who spend $50,000 on their master's program and they leave the country without, and because they don't get picked in the H1B lottery. The ROI that you spend over here is way, way more than any other program in the country.
Wonderful. And what is your message to them? They feel they are not competent in EB1A, they cannot achieve in their lifetime.
I feel that everyone is competent to achieve EB1A. I seriously think that it's a matter of what is your motivation. My biggest motivation was to have the freedom to meet my parents whenever I want without any problem of staying in the country or without any problem of leaving the opportunity in the US if I have to go to India. And if I get my EB1A green card, I can travel whenever I want, or I can bring my parents to the US whenever I want. I don't need to worry about stamping. That was my biggest motivation. If you want to have your own side hustles, earn more money, you want to break the shackles of a permanent job and master of your own destiny, then you can print the biggest house that you can ever imagine or the amazing car and then stick it on your wall and put EB1A next to it and say that I want to achieve these things. And the only thing that's stopping me is the immigration policy over here. And that will motivate you to achieve. I think it's not about competency, but I think what motivates you to achieve EB1A. You need to visualize what you will do after getting the green card. If that is what your motivation is, then that's what will push you to achieve EB1A. Otherwise, it's just a process that you need to follow to get things done. This country is very welcoming to talent, and you just need to show that you're deserving of that welcome into this country. Then, of course, you can achieve.
Wonderful. And any other words to the next week program, Dikshit?
At this moment, I feel that you just need to be positive. So the next week program is very good in terms of the live sessions, the access to the coach, as well as well organized course structure program, along with a very well defined cohort group. The members of the group are filtered very well, and they're all achievers in their fields. For them, EB1 is not going to be the toughest thing that they achieve. They have achieved a lot of the things in the field. So when you're in such a good cohort with 3 hours of live sessions every week and an expert coach, there's nothing that will stop you from achieving your EB1A.
Wonderful, Dikshit, and congratulations and welcome to now United States of America.
Thank you very much, Ranjit.
My profile was not that strong. So after joining Ranjit's session with his guidance and with his suggestions and the confidence he boosted in me, so I felt writing is one of the key component in building my EB1A profile. So in numerous one-to-one session and personal feedbacks and personal follow-up really removed the breaks or doubt. So things are moving. Yeah, personally, you being there more active in the groups, in the sessions, I felt really confident. Even if I don't get a green card, I thought like I'll be in a much better position than what I was before. I want to take that chance. I don't have any negative thoughts while I joined. I'll not get an approval or something like that. I know one day I'll get it. I kept working on that.
Welcome, Ajay, and thank you very much for taking the time today. Could you please introduce yourself, tell your specialization, where you work, and where are you from?
Thanks, Smith. It's my pleasure. I work for Eligibility as senior software engineer. I joined the program on May 6, 2022. So my specialization is I'm trying to focus more on my observability area, kind of monitoring. So go inside more in deep. I figured out AIOps is a niche area. Honestly, to say, before I joined Ranjit's session, I don't feel I am an extraordinary. I mean, my profile was not that strong. So after joining Ranjit's session with his guidance and with his suggestions and the confidence he boosted in me. So I had a rigorous in-depth sessions in the beginning to figure out my niche. I'm an extraordinary in the sense of cumulative experience that I gathered in the last 7 years, working with different teams and different tools, different processes, working on different languages in terms of automation to set up these monitoring tools.
Wonderful, wonderful. I see that you joined your program on May 2nd. And what made you decide to join this next week program for EB1A coaching?
So I basically had a session with Ranjit. So before I joined, I got some preliminary questions to check with him about the process on the top, about the offerings he can provide it to me. So I felt promise of the timeline and writing and book publishing skills, which I'm lacking in. So I felt writing is one of the key component in building my EB1A profile. So I felt the timeline and writing are two critical components, which I felt are really silky if I join this program.
Okay. And what progress do you see in yourself so far actually?
Basically having a mentor like Ranjit, there are a lot of open doubts and lacking proper action plan, but streamlined. Now I have some proper action plan, have been designed with number of transformation exercises that I've gone through. Now it's been more clear I have been on the right platform and also the time factor. So I was able to focus well now.
And how different do you see this next league EB1 coaching program compared to other options or programs that you were planning or have undergone before?
The one-to-one and one-to-group, more personal coaching of Ranjit is really helpful compared to other programs because especially the tools he suggests, the guidance he provides, it's more personal rather than being more of just a generic kind of stuff. He's there on the time, but the program continues keeps track of progress of which is really helpful. And it's more of streamlined process. So I don't have any doubts about the program. So I just do what he says and things are moving very good.
So what have you been able to achieve since joining this program?
So I would say goals, niching down my expertise area, listing down the topics, gaining confidence in speaking with others, and what things have been more clear right now.
Okay, and what about working with me has surprised you the most so far?
Surprised is having a numerous one-to-one session and personal feedbacks and personal follow-up, really remove the breaks or doubt. So things are moving pretty smooth. I mean, it's more like picture was not so clear before I joined this program about EB1, about different things. But after I joined, things have been more clear as I move forward, doing exercises one by one, following up the issues of the vision board.
Wonderful. How would you say to someone who is on the fence to join this EB1 coaching right now?
So about the trust, about the clear-cut process and more personalized approach of coaching and the timeline, right? It's a fixed timeline. And I would also say one who is committed and willing to spend some good enough time on this program, they're perfectly suited and to build their profile. And it's a great step. It's just not for even a program, it's for career and personal transformation as well.
Oh, wonderful. And how confident are you prior to joining this program and now?
I would say I'm confident for sure, but getting it is, I know it's like maybe I spend a couple of years, I might get it up. Kind of stuff. It was in years actually before I joined this program. Things look in months to a year right now. So I'll be building my profile and it is just 300% short for me right now. Previously it used to be a 30% only if I keep some good enough time and I might be able to crack it in the next couple of years, maybe at least 3 to 5 years I thought. Now things looks more of 6 months to 1 year for now. And it's more of streamline. I don't have any doubt about it.
There is a clear-cut pathway you see.
Yeah, clear-cut pathway. Beginning itself is little overwhelming and That's where we need to keep the trust on ourselves and the mentor. That's when we move forward to the unclear parts and things look more clear as we move forward.
Wonderful, wonderful. So thank you very much, Ajay. Ajay, congratulations on your EB1A becoming EB1A Achiever and your EB1A Green Card. I am very, very, very proud of you. You have been, I think, first or second student in the program. So Ajay, would you introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Ajay. I'm currently working as Senior Software Engineer at Chibros Optioneers. Yeah, I've been one of the initial program joining of NLP program.
So how do you feel after getting EB1?
I feel happy about accomplishing the goal. Well, it's been a couple of years work, but it's more streamlined and picked up the pace of joining this NLP program. Fortunate to meet some of the people who became my good friends for lifetime. Yeah, the program really helped me to stay focused and stay positive through the tenure that I had. Yeah, personally, you being there more active in the groups, in the sessions. I keep watching the recordings all the time. Yeah, I was more present, at least in the 6 months of the program and in every session from the...
Yeah, Ajay, if I may ask, how old are you?
I'm 34.
Wonderful. I think you are a source of inspiration for many people, Ajay. Something I want to remind you of one incident. I don't know whether you may recollect this. Last year when you had just joined, it was the second or third week. You had a baby girl.
Right.
And you were at a hospital actually. And from hospital, you were doing a Zoom chat where your wife was with doctor and you said this is the time. I mean, such the degree of persistence. And I have not seen your determination not unwavering even for a single day, single moment whenever I spoke to you. And this is something I won't hesitate to admit, Ajay, to learn from you actually. So what keeps you going? What's your source of inspiration to such an extent that this is for everybody else also actually, Ajay?
Personally, I have gone through a lot of immigration issues, just like many others, inside an NLP program and outside. Yeah, I've struggled the initial 3 years of work permit. Like after my graduation of masters, I've been working on OPT. Like in my third attempt, I was able to secure one H1B. But the period I have gone through in the consulting was tough, though I got a chance of working in good projects, but the immigration things always troubled me. So even I got H1B, still on the back of mind, it's not a permanent solution for me to work and settle in USA. I like the people, the work culture, environment, the system in USA. So I want to get settled here, my family. There was a dream of getting a green card. So I keep researching on different options. Luckily, I was able to meet you last year. I picked up my pace, your support, and the fellow members in NLP, able to secure I-140.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Now, Ajay, what made you join the program? One very unique thing, I must say that you are one of the very rare persons I have seen. 90% of the people, in fact, have joined the program when they meet us for the first time, actually. But what made you take that instantaneous decision at that moment? You were very fast. In 15 minutes, you joined, actually.
Yeah, it's about you. For sure, the one and only reason I joined, because at least your background of education, I noticed you got featured everywhere. And the words that you spoke and the contents that you instilled in me, I felt really confident. Even if I don't get a green card, I thought like, I'll be in a much better position than what I was before. I want to take that chance. I don't have any negative thoughts while I joined. So I want to take that, even the 10% opportunity that I had, and see where it goes. Because I know about me, I'll make sure whatever that I get, I'll take it and move forward. So luckily I was able to convert it.
So wonderful. Now, what were the other options that you were undergoing and that made you, in spite of that, and how does this program stand out as compared to other options that people might be having?
I like the interactive sessions. I like this support that you gave me. I don't want to name few programs. They charge for every consultation, which I really didn't like. It's a one-time fee, so that I really like. And you're always open for the calls that I want to talk. It might be direct or indirect, so you're always there for me to talk and clarify on things. And even you brought a lot of achievers who brought into sessions. I think it's very unique to bring a lot of achievers to program and we asking them questions and gaining more clarity of each criteria and getting to know more about their journeys. I personally try to meet a lot of people where I didn't get a chance before this. So this program helped me to talk to people who achieved, and I was able to see in front of me the fellow members getting their approvals. I feel proud to talk with external achievers and both internal achievers. That is also one of the main factors that always kept me motivated. I felt more realistic. It's really possible by talking to them, by seeing people getting approvals. So I never lost my confidence that I'll not get an approval or something like that. I know one day I'll get it. I kept working on that.
So that's really very inspiring actually. Normally there are 3 stages I have seen in every EB1 achiever's journey. I mean, this is not about only EB1, but any great achievement when you want to do. Initially, there is always enthusiasm. Then comes a point wherein you are mentally fatigued. You just want to give up at that point. And then there is a further problems also, even deeper. It's not that suddenly then things change. They manifest into a lot of issues. Like, some people's petition got lost. They sent a petition to FedEx and just got lost. Some people have challenges in their personal life or professional lives, in their jobs and other things. So they are very real problems. Now, how did you cope up with these kind of circumstances, situations, Ajay, with your mental strength, or how did you kind of beat them up? Let's put it that way.
I keep dreaming about it. I keep working on it. There is no single day that I stop dreaming about getting an EB1A approval. Till today, at least in the last 1.5 years, everything that I do, I was seeing how it can benefit my EB1A approval. Yeah, because I felt like it's much needed for my career, my family, and to live some positive life. Now I'm doing great, but still, I feel this is much more needed than anything. So I worked extra hours and working on the weekends, and I keep motivating my spouse as well about it, because it's not just my benefit, it's going to be her benefit as well. So yeah, I got good support from my spouse as well. Yeah, and the collaborators that I work with, they also keep working on it. We speak each other. So, and there are always deadlines for whatever I pick up. So they automatically made me to streamline to keep them delivered. Yeah, unfortunately, you recommend not to go for criteria or something like that. But in the back of my mind, I always try for satisfying those criteria, because in the end, the decision was based on the criteria and the final merits. Yeah, I know, like, I can't satisfy all the criteria at once. I kept working one by one, tick marking the other stuff. I have alternative plans. I initially planned for filing next year, so somehow I felt I'd like to take a chance of. I got into some free evaluations, and luckily some good attorneys were able to help me out. Yeah, I'm fortunate, but I do have alternative plans. Like, if this didn't go well this time, how do I make it satisfied in the coming years? So yeah, I'm fortunate that I was able to satisfy and convince USCIS that I might be an achiever.
What I'm hearing from you is that simultaneously, as you were progressing and no matter what the challenges were thrown upon you, either by circumstances or otherwise, you kept the end goal in mind, and not only about EB1, but the safety and security and the prosperity of your family, and that kept you going.
Right.
That's your steadfast principle that you adopted, actually. And that's, I think, a very beautifully that you have explained, I would say that. Now, as far as from the program is concerned, like, did you collaborate with people, with some people in the program also, or did you everything that you did yourself?
I did collaborate, but unfortunately, my strategy was not to go with bulk people. So
yeah.
I doesn't want to fault anyone, it's my own fault or something, but I kept limited with few people so I can stay more focused and organized. I didn't go with multiple people, and I don't want to be in a position not helping them in the end, because everyone's field or work might be different. So I collaborated with few people, I stayed focused with them, and luckily a couple of them are able to get an approvals. And
yes, of course, I think many people with whom you worked with also got approval actually, and they were in the process. What were the major challenges that you felt while you were in the...
I never felt a challenge. I really enjoyed the journey in the program. The challenge was managing my current working job and managing the EB1A goals. It's really tough to use two minds to both of them. Yeah, but luckily, being in a support job, I was already in a settled workplace. I was able to deliver things fast. So that gave me little time to focus on my EB1A stuff as well. The challenge is managing both of them and managing household stuff. Out of all the three, the one thing that always put me on top was working more for EB1A stuff than the other things, but unfortunately I had to give time for them as well. So it is a challenge, but I was able to work through them.
Okay, now a subjective question, and you're free to respond the way you want. Had you not joined the program, where do you see your journey with reference to your EB1A?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't think I'll be in this position. At least I would got an approval right now. I did got the NIW approval a couple of months back. I don't think even I got it, but I used to get my I-140 approval with my company. But yeah, I don't think it offers advantages as the NIW that I got before. It gives more freedom for me. I don't think I would be able to have sitting in this position for sure. It might be a couple of years delay. I have confidence in the back of my mind and support, but still it could have been a couple of years for sure.
Wonderful. Now, what is next in your career now? Because you are a complete go-getter now. You are not going to sit idle. So what is next in your agenda?
For now, I think I want to focus more on my job, improve in my career, growing up the ladder. For now, I just want to focus on my job and contribute more, improve my skills, give some time to family.
I can tell you, knowing since we have been interacting very closely, I don't think you took a vacation.
Yeah,
You have not taken any holiday. There must not be a single waking moment that you must not have thinking about EB1A.
right. So even if I took a work break, I used to focus on EB1A. But so now I thought of giving some break to my family. I want to spend some time with my daughter when I get a chance.
No, Ajay, it's a question not related to you personally, but there is something I want to ask you. You know, many people, they come from India, they come to US, they work hard, they have toiled. Everybody's achieved. Let's appreciate that in their own right, and they have their skills. And I am started this program with a conviction that everybody to help people become the best version. But people, even if they know about EB1, they feel it isn't very, like flying to the moon actually with wings, or just flying something. They think that and they think it is an impossible dream and they give up. Now, what is your message to this? At least there will be 1 million people like that.
So from many years, I was a big fan of reading positive outlooks on social media stuff like Instagram, have a lot of groups, Facebook have groups. So I keep following them. I used to keep sharing with my friends. It's not like I achieved something, but I keep motivating them, and I always read positive stuff in my life. Even there was a YouTube channel if people want to follow. It's called Motiversity. It's kind of affirmations and stuff, like short 5 minutes, 10 minutes stuff. It gives really some goosebumps. So whenever I feel little low, I keep playing those smaller videos. They really give goosebumps to, just not for EB1 or something, anything that people want to achieve or when they fall down in their career or anything. So they were really positive affirmations from me. And of course, my father always keeps motivating me to achieve something big in my career, but he can't motivate me every single day, right? So I have this social media stuff and the YouTube channel that I mentioned. They were really positive boosters for me.
They're so wonderful, Jay. And as I said, that I'm very proud of you. And I would like to wish you best wishes, and our blessings are with you for everything that you do next in life.
Thank you so much, Ranjit.